Back to the lab again, and I get a Java update checker right when I do that. Okay, nice. Alright, so we are going to, what is this? Deadlock's domain. Compete with an opponent. So it's probably, that battle game. That's actually usually pretty easy. But we'll see, maybe it gets harder. Compete with an opponent to grab files and bring them back to your host. On to the third of the tournament battles. Is each match against a better programmer than the last? I mean, I don't want to. It's not like the cockiness. It's just they've been really like simple so far. I'll just say better is subjective. That's how I would order it. Like a video game, you know? It makes for an easy narrative structure. Haha. Okay. To win this battle, you must grab files as they spawn in the central host and bring them back to your host. Okay, it's a little different. Reading the file register will tell you the ID of the most recently created file currently in that host. Huh. Gain 1 point for every file you bring back to your host. Lose 1 point every time one of your X's executes a kill instruction. So I mean, I guess the idea is that I want to be the first to read and grab a file before my opponent does. Or like, not read a file, but read the ID and grab that ID really fast. So I mean, so if I say like link 800, I'll just go link 800 again, the one on the left. And then I say copy file to X and then grab X. Let's just see. Yep. So is it as soon as I grab that file it made another one, or is that might have just been coincidence actually. Yeah. Oh, it does say see hacker battle domination. I'll check, but I don't think there's probably anything really new. Let me see. Hacker battle domination. I actually don't even see that in here. Am I missing it? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's from the very beginning of the booklet. I've already looked through this. Yeah, okay, so what else could I do here? I'm kind of, wait, where do I have to bring him back to? I have to bring him, I kind of just want to know what happens if I do this. If I say link 800, link 800, link 799, and then just mark loop, replicate, loop, jump, loop. Because I think what that will do... Ooh, I was trying to block that whole thing, but why did it... They're not replicating anymore, why? Do I have a limit? Is the storage limit? Okay, there's a limit. Okay, because I was like, I could just block him off from even be able to go back, but no, you can't. Okay. But could I just like make and drop files? Does that work? What if I just say... What if I just say that once? No, I mean that would, well... What if I just say mark loop and then I just say make, drop, jump loop? I just want to know if that will... No, you can't... Oh, so the storage limit also counts for files. Okay. Well, worth a shot. I just wanted to understand how that works. So I guess I do have to play this fair. Because I don't think killing would be that effective of a strategy. I mean, maybe you could incorporate it, but if you gain one, the only way to gain points is by getting a file and bring it all the way back. That's pretty harsh that you just kill one Exa and you lose that entire point. So probably don't want to try to kill. So I think it would be best if I just started with 3, sent them each out to one of the stages, and then just do what they can, I guess. I mean, it would be like almost the same thing between them. Because I just, yeah, I don't know. Well, let's just try that, I guess. So link 800, I guess this is going to be a loop eventually, but I'll figure that out. Copy file to X. I don't think I can just say like, let me just try this. I don't even think it'll like that. Oh wait, what? Can I? Oh wait, hold on. Well, I guess I should say link 800, link 800. Oh shoot, I can do that? Wow, okay, good thing I tested that. I really didn't think that would work, but I guess it's a register, so I guess I can do that. Alright. And then I could just say link -1, link -1, drop. And then I would just like literally just repeat this. So mark loop, jump loop. I don't know. I mean, this is like really simple idea, but let's try it. So that would be 801, and then on this last one, I think it would just be 802. So just, oops, not 8002, but just 802. I don't know if I'm winning or not. No, I won barely. Is that right? Because I got a C rating. But I mean, so wait, I just want to know, like, how did this play out? Oh, also, I guess they couldn't all link at the same time, so there was, like, some waiting period. I mean, like, he was taking files as well. Oh, did he have, like, a guy just waiting there, or? That guy looks like he's never even moving, as far as I can tell, which is kind of weird. Just seems like a waste. Let's see. Yeah, we're gaining points about the same rate. Oh, I didn't even read. There's a limit to the number of X's and drop files that each player can have in the network. I don't get, why does it become 2? Oh, no, I don't know. Actually, why do I only have 2 here? Why is my third one just like, wait, yeah, what happened? What? When did XB die? What? File ID not found. Oh. Did he get like, was it like stolen when he was, wait, what? Did he get there too fast or something? It's like there hadn't been a file created yet, so he died. Does that always happen? Wait, what? Okay, I mean, I guess I could just say noob, but like that's gonna make every other thing. I mean, does that improve my rating? I got 10 more wins and I improved my rating just by... Okay, that's odd though, I don't really understand. Okay, now I do have 3 alive though the whole time, it looks like, for at least for that one. Can I look through... No, you can't even like look through the wins and stuff and like figure out anything. That's weird though, like why is it... I don't want to... I mean, that would slow it down every other time. It's just... Maybe I should say, like, as long as it's not 0. No, but then I don't... It's like, I just don't want to check that. Like, that's just such a waste of time. I just, like, it should just be as simple as grabbing it. It's just the very first time was an issue. So, like, the only thing I can think of is just the first time do one thing and then go into the loop. I mean, at least that would fix it, I guess. So, the very first time... Oops, I guess I didn't need all that space. The very first time I'll do a noop here, and then I think it would be fine every other time. I don't know why it's like that one appears so slow. Let me just see if that improves anything. Oh no, I still get 64 wins? Really? Huh. That's odd. Let me just go to like a random one and just see. And I have the 3 guys here, so... I don't know. I mean, see, these are always really simple to win. Maybe they're hard to optimize, but I'm not gonna spend too much time on it because some of these are really hard to just beat, and I want to focus more on just like beating everything than trying to perfectly optimize all these. Curious how enthusiastic everyone gets about the battles. Something about competition really energizes the spectators. Makes me wonder. Why people are that way? Yes, I understand the drive to compete, but the drive to spectate and root for a favorite, that's something I'll have to investigate more. Ah, man. Well, that's me. Who's gonna take on Moss next? X10? Sure. Later. My Exa dev rig is broken at the moment. Sure it is. Ha ha ha. I believe you, X10. Give me a break. Okay. Retrieve extreme baseball statistics and use them to determine the best player. I feel like this has been done in real life. Alright. King's Ransom Online. These are so weird. You should be glad I've been reading up on sports. Remember when I said I'd figure out the money situation? I've designed a new rating system for extreme baseball players. What's extreme baseball? It's based on a multi-vector analysis of all the stats I could find. In other words, I have a way to predict winning teams. It's pretty much infallible. A few bets here and there and I'll be rich. Nice. There's like literally a baseball field in this one. The host's active and penalty contain files that correspond to extreme baseball players. I guess extreme baseball is like a made up thing in this universe. Or made up for this universe. The host's active and penalty contain files that correspond to extreme baseball players. Files 200 to 299. Yeah, these are all just players. Along with a directory file that contains a list. Along with a directory file. Wait, what? Along with that? Oh, okay. So one of them in each. Probably the 199. Okay. Directory file that contains a list of those files' IDs. Oh. But I can't. Oh, no, this one shows up. Or I guess they all show up. I just have to do that if I want to look at them. How do I know which one is which 199? I guess because that one only has 5, it would be that one. Yeah. Each player file contains their name and the following statistics in this order. Batting average, probably. I don't know what ZA is. I don't know baseball stuff. So APB, WRT, OI, OD, PC, and PS. Create a file in your host with the name of the player with the highest score using Emperor2's algorithm. Oh my god. Score equals BA plus ZA plus APB. All points bulletin. I know that one. Not joke. I was gonna say, like, what is it, like, Bachelor of Arts plus South Africa plus all points bulletin divided by 3 plus, ooh, I don't know about that one. World record time times, ooh, output input divided by overdose plus personal computer minus postscript times 20. There we go. See, I know my baseball stuff. Players in the penalty host should be ignored as they are currently banned from the game. Oh. Well, helmet to helmet collision, illegal batting, slashing, overloaded bases, tackling without possession, tackling without possession. Wow, so I guess that's like, I think this is just like for a joke, basically, to say like it's funny how extreme the baseball is in this extreme baseball universe. Also, this is just for fun. Like, I don't know, like, what is that? It's so weird that you can like you can get stuck in that. Wait, so I just want to, I have to see if I do link 800. Actually, I could even just say mark loop link. Oh wait, shoot, no I can't. I have to say link 800, link 799, mark loop, link 800, jump loop. Yeah. I got an achievement for that. Participate in America's new pastime. Nice. I mean, yeah, I had to do it. Alright, so, cool. Alright, so, yeah, I just ignore those then. That doesn't really matter, I guess. Because it's not like I'm gonna go over there in the first place. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. Okay, so, wait, just to make sure, players in the... Are they saying... Wait. Could there be players in here that are also in here? I hope they're not saying that, right? That's gonna be a little bit hard to check. I don't feel like I saw any of those names. Heath Carmichael, Dan Boggs... I mean, okay, I need to like check, because I don't, I'm not totally clear on that, but it doesn't seem like it. It seems like, feels like if they're in penalty, they're not active, which is good. Like, that's how I hope it is. I just didn't want to have a misconception and then like make a solution that almost works, except for the fact that it included some guys that were in there. But no, it looks like if they're inactive, they're safe. So I don't have to worry about it, as far as I can tell, at least. Alright, so then assuming that, I need to like do a calculation. Oh, you know what? This is funny. If you've ever taken any sort of coding class, there's always a kind of a simple project where the idea is you only save a value if it beats a previous value. So it's like you have to do this check where it's like if it's less than the previous value, go to the next one. So that I'll probably have to use the test if the value the record winning value is better than the previous, and if it is, or sorry, let me say that more clearly. So it's like if I check 215, and I've already checked some other ones. I check 215, and I calculate it, and I find that its value isn't better than the best value I've found, then I just skip it, go to the next one. And then if I check this one and it is better than the best value I've ever found, I want to save that new value, and so on. But the weird thing is I have to save the score, but I also want to know which file I'm talking about. So, ooh, God, see, these are like, they're really simple ideas, but to do them with X's, it's like, oh boy. But we can do it. I just need to figure this out. So, like, I already know what I want to do. It's just a matter of getting it all set up. Also, is this equation... Okay, it's pretty straightforward, because we're saying do that, then add this, then add this. I'm pretty sure. I mean, if they're saying something like divide that by 3 and add it to that, and then divide that whole thing by OD, and then, like, I don't even want it. I'm just going to assume that those pluses separate out the 3 things that I want to add. that, because the parentheses are pretty clear. Divide that thing in parentheses by 3, and I don't think it's saying divide it by 3 plus this thing, you know, like I think these are 3 separate, but they should have made it more clear, honestly. That's pretty sloppy. Coming from my perspective, like that you could interpret that like 100 different ways. Okay, so God, I mean, even that's gonna be kind of crazy because those are just in random places, all of those. Are they? Or no, at least it's in the right order, I guess. Okay, at least it's in the right order. That would have been a real pain if it wasn't in the right order. I think it's still going to be tricky though, because I have to like add 3 things up, then divide those, what I just calculated, by 3. Then I have to add to that some other new stuff, and it's like, so I have to hold on to that while calculating a new I don't think I can do that all at once, because I kind of have to do it one operation at a time. That's the thing. I have to say, like, alright, I want to now add this, now I want to multiply that, now I want to subtract that, like, yeah. Oh boy. Okay, so does that mean I like want to store a file, or see this is the main thing that has been making these really hard, is like when I have a value that I want to hold on to, I only really have the X register, especially if I want to do any sort of testing. I would want to keep that one open. The file is fine unless I'm holding something. Like, I could make a file with whatever I want in it, so that gives me a lot of room, but that's also a bit awkward to use. And then M is a weird, just like one message at a time communication with another EXA, and that other EXA is going to have the same storage problems as the original one. So these EXAs just are not good at storing information, is what I've been gleaning as I've played this game. Which I don't really love. I don't think this is my favorite Zachtronics kind of setup, because it's just ultra restrictive, and it just makes things like this more of a hassle than like a, ooh, that's interesting, how do I get around that? I feel like unless I'm totally missing the concept, like just storing data in this game really sucks. Like, it's just painful rather than like kind of clever. I mean, I don't know, I can't think of another Zachtronics game off the top of my head where it was important to store data. I'm just trying to like run through them in my head, but yeah, I mean, because I'm trying to think. I don't know. I haven't played all of them. But most of the time when you had to store data, like, you could just store it however you needed to at the time. Like, that wasn't the issue. But this game, it's all about this weird storage limitation thing. Alright, anyway. How are we gonna do this? Because, like, another thing is I need to go through every single file in here. And I can't name X's, can I? Like, that would have been... Oh, no, you can. Okay, cool. Alright, that's good to know. I've literally never tried that. Oh. You can name them up to 2 letters? I mean... Why? Why? It's like everything has a limitation. Okay, well, I'll call it high. God. I mean, that's kind of nice, but whatever. So I need to go... Okay, well, 199, it has the value, so I guess I just need to... Yeah. This is so annoying. Okay, one thing here, I want to test something. Link 800, grab 199. I want to say if I copy F to X, and then I drop it, and then I grab it again. I just want to know, do I like, which entry will I be on? Because it's highlighting that one, but then I dropped it, but then I picked back. Oh yeah, so now I'm back at the start. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't like remember which one I was on, because that would change my approach. So then yeah, that means that I probably just want one exa being the one that reads 199, which, you know, so like it would be useful if I could say like, oh, this will be the reader, but then it's just gonna be RE, so it's like, I don't know, I guess that's better than nothing, but does that really help? So what is this? Oh, I think that's just, anyway. Yeah, so, okay. Link 800, grab 199, and then this guy, I think I'll just make his job just read the value. Also, wait, hold on, I just want to understand how local and global things work. The M register controls an EXA's message passing functionality. When an EXA writes to the M register, the value will be stored in that EXA's outgoing message slot until another EXA reads from the M register and receives the previously written value. Both numbers and keywords can be transferred in this way. If an EXA writes to the M register, it will pause execution until that value is read by another EXA. If an EXA reads from the M register, it will pause execution until a value is available to be read. If two or more EXAs attempt to read from another EXA at the same time, or vice versa, one will succeed, but which one succeeds will be unpredictable. By default, an EXA can communicate with any other EXA in the same network. This can be restricted to EXAs in the same host by toggling the global local setting in the EXAS interface, or by executing a mode instruction. Yeah, that's the weird thing. You can like swap the global local mode with an instruction, and that, yeah, you could probably do all sorts of complicated maneuvers with that, but okay, whatever. An EXA in global mode cannot communicate with an EXA in local mode, even if they are in the same host. Oh, okay, so that's actually exactly what I was wondering. An EXA in global mode cannot communicate with an EXA in local mode, even if they are on the same host. That's actually really nice, because then if I have some local guys in here communicating with each other, but then actually, and that would actually be a good reason why I'd want to say mode, because then I could suddenly say, actually switch to mode, communicate back here, hey, we have this value we want you to write down, you know, and it wouldn't interfere with like the communication between the guy reading the names of the players. Yeah, okay. But this is such a massive project that like it shouldn't be, but it just is because of how EXAs work. That's what I was when I was talking about how like the limitation this game is really intense. I feel like, yeah, this game, either I'm just like not used to this sort of thinking about storage limitations or whatever, or this game's just extra hard, but like, yeah, I've really struggled with this game more than I can remember me struggling with any Zachtronics game. Like, they're always hard, but like that puzzle from the last one on I forget what it was about, but that one was, yeah, the one with the needing to turn the power off on the grid. That like the second I got it, it's like, okay, I know what to do, but how do I do that? And it took me like an hour and a half just to figure it out. It took me like an hour just to figure out how I was gonna do it. Anyway, I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, so this guy will be the one reading the player name. So he'll grab 199, and this is where he'll probably enter a loop. So I'll just say mark loop, and you're just gonna so you're actually, I'm gonna want you in local, and you're gonna copy F to M. So that's saying which file the other EXA should pick up. So this is the guy reading 199. So this will be the guy, like a calculator guy. So I'll say like CA for starting to write calculator, I guess. And I mean, right now I'll say jump loop, but I'll eventually need to make it so it doesn't go forever. Okay, so the calculator guy, he's also gonna go over there and probably stay there the whole time. I notice I only have 4 spaces. Yeah, it looks like at minimum I'll have 4 spaces, which is fine. But just something to think about, because I don't want to like run out of room, but it should be fine. So the calculator guy, this is where it's gonna get confusing, but well, maybe confusing, but definitely difficult. You're gonna link 800. I still don't know how to like really break these up. Maybe I should always break it up by like link like I like having it so loops are on their own. I don't like this, for example. I think that looks weird. But also I think I should say like this grab 199 happened in a different host than this link 800, so I also feel like that should be separate. But then that makes it feel like these should be together. So that's the thing. Maybe I should put those together just so it's ultra clear. I don't know. See, does it even matter? Whatever. Alright, anyway, link 800. And now can I just say grab, and then you're on local, grab M? Let's see if that would work. He did grab it. Okay, so that's good. So I can say that. And this is also going to be a loop. It just doesn't start with him grabbing a file, because, well, the loop does start with him grabbing a file, but before it, like, unlike this one. Anyway, so mark loop. I'm not really naming these loops anything special, because I don't want to think about that too much. It's some sort of loop right now. Alright, so you're going to grab the first name in there, because we have to check all of these guys. And this is just where, you know, I don't know what the first one is. 219. Alright, so this one, Dean Dugan. We're going to pick that up, and then we need to calculate a score. And then... okay, and then what do I do when I find the best player? Create a file in your host with the name of the player with the highest score. Okay. Ooh, okay, so... now, what would be the best thing to do here? Because I was talking earlier about how I want to keep track of the best score, because it's meaningless if I'm like, oh, okay, Dean Dugan has the best score so far, so I'll remember that name. And then when I calculate Barry Carson's the third score, and it's like, oh, it's a 341. Let's compare that. And then if I just look back and I'm like, well, Dean Dugan had the best score, but I don't actually know what that score is, it's useless. I don't want his name when I'm comparing scores. But let's say I get through everyone, it's like, oh no, it really was this guy who got 341 and is his best score. Who was that again? And if I just have the highest score, it doesn't matter. I need the name as well. So this is the thing where I need to keep track of the best score and attach it to a name or a file number. I kind of don't see the point of attaching it to a file number unless that's just easier, but let me just, I probably won't do that, especially because I think probably the best thing to do here will be just to like keep the best score recorded by someone back here through a global thing, and sorry, the best score and the name of the player with the best score just over here, because then once we run through everything, I can just be like, oh, okay, just write down that name you're currently holding and we're done. So Yeah, so this third one will just be like the recorder. Oh, great. Why is that one? Oh, because reader. See, like, why? It's like, give me more than 2 letters. Recorder. Scorekeeper. No, wait, that's not even how you spell that. Scorekeeper. I guess is what I'm gonna. Okay, so. Alright, well, anyway, so you're gonna grab M. Now, the first thing you'll see is the name. I don't want to immediately send that name because it's like I kind of want to calculate the score and compare first, so. Okay, I actually stepped away for a moment there. But going back into this, the guy that grabs the next baseball player's file, he's gonna, so he's gonna see the name first, but I don't know if I really want to do anything with that name initially because I think I just want to. My idea in my head is I'm going to keep the name and score, like like this score for each player somewhere back here. Probably. Yeah. Oh God. Okay, I think I'll have the scorekeeper make a file in which he'll just have the player's name in it, like the current best player's name in it, and then that's all we need, right? Each player create a file in your host with the name of the player with the highest score. Yeah. So I think like in that file will just be the name of the current best player, but in SK's X register, I'll have the best score. Because I don't think that will need to be used for anything else. So like, yeah, and that also works out well because then the initial best score is 0, which is fine. Okay, so that's why I don't think I would want to send over the name initially because it could be a bad player and I don't want to like, I shouldn't need to. I guess one thing I could do is I could just send over the name, have them write it in the file as a new entry, and then just decide whether I want to delete the one I just entered or delete the previous one. But then that would mean that after I get the score and after I check if it's better, oh well, then that would be everything on. Because if I tell this guy just calculate the score and send it over, then this guy can do all the decision making about what to do with the name and stuff. And yeah, that actually does work out quite well actually. Okay, so maybe I will send it initially. I'll just say. So actually, this is where I think I'll use mode for the first time. So we can talk in global. So we grab M, switch modes so we're in global. Now we copy the player name, which is in the file, to the global register M. This guy copies from that global register M into his own file. And then he just needs to. The next thing he'll do is test if the score he gets in from the global register is greater than or less than the current best score. And I don't know if I'm going to do an F jump or not, but I'll just say right now X less than M just to get the point across. And then we'll figure it out from there. But the score would be the next. Or wait, sorry, test X. Yeah. So the score is the next thing. Oh wait, hold on. I was just thinking though, because if I test and this is better, I'll lose that value immediately. So I wonder how that's gonna work. Because the one option is I have the calculator guy send the value twice, which is a little weird, but like it would send it once for him to check against and send it again in case he needs to overwrite it, but he might not need to overwrite it, so it might just be pointless to send it. That's why it feels weird. But the only alternative to that is that I have to, instead of testing it, I would want to store it somewhere. And then if I start storing it in the file, that might get things to be a bit messy, because right now I have it so that it always copies the name into the file. And then I could just easily get it so that if it, yeah, I kind of don't want to mess with that. I just want that file to just have a name in it, because I think it'll just get really messy if I start trying to incorporate names and scores into that file. It'll be really, it'll just be too weird. So if I'm testing if the score, this compared to that, this should always have the best score in it, I think. But if this does beat it, what do I want to say? I guess I could just have it send it twice. It's a little janky, but that's pretty easy to work with. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up sending it twice, because it's a little janky, but very easy, nice solution. So otherwise, so I think I'll do that. So okay, so we copied the player's name in. He put the player's name as the last entry in the file. Now he's just waiting for the score. This guy's got to calculate the score now. So yeah, so this is where we start calculating the score. The first thing I do is pretty easy. I just say add, and I guess the score will just be tallied up. Can I wonder if I can pull this off and somehow just store it in these. I might be able to, actually. Because then if I say add can I say F to F and store in X? Because then it would just add the first two. I think that would work. And then if I say, well, here, let me just see if that's actually. $388. Yeah, that did work. Okay, cool. So I want to add those two, and then, but then the weird thing is, like, I need to just add just one more in. So like the first instruction was basically add BA to ZA and put that value here. The second one was, okay, now add APB to that thing you've already totaled up and store it there. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. And then we say divide that by 3. So divvy, and I never know how this works, but I think I say divide the value in X by 3 and store it in X. And then this is where it's going to get a little weird, because I need to add a new thing to this, but the new thing I have to calculate. So I think I can pull it off by doing it in T. So I'll say, because I don't need to do any tests at the moment, so I think I can pull it off. So now let's what is multiply? Is it mooly? Yeah. Multiply the next two and store it in t, and then divide that result by the next value and store it in t. And we just, now we need to add that in. So then I'll say add that to x and store in x. And this is where I should actually start writing down notes, because I think this would be, wait, how do I write notes? I think I just literally write the word note, but I thought there was like another thing I could do. Blah, blah, blah. I think I like accidentally found another way to like write notes when I was like typing random stuff, and now I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, there. That's kind of nice. Just semicolon. So I'll just say this is BA plus CA plus APB. That's that. Or I'll say that divided by 3. And this will be WRT times OY divided by OD. And then we're adding those two together. So I don't know what I'll say, like add first, first to second. Is that no? You know, that doesn't even really add much information. So whatever, and now the t value I can use again. So I'll say, or the t register I can use again. So I'll say this last part will be for PC minus PS times 20. And so that will be subtract, and this is where I might get it wrong, but it's the one from the other stored in t, and then multiply the value in t by 20, stored in t. And now I want to add t to x, stored in x again. Okay, and then we should have the score. So this whole section was just to calculate the score, which is in x now, and then now we want to send that score off, so copy x to m. Okay, so let me just see if that seemed to be working. Actually, here, let me I'll just use my phone calculator for this, just to see if it's getting the right value along the way. So BA plus CA plus, so that would be 222 plus 166 plus 383 divided by 3. Is that always gonna come out nicely? Well, anyway, I don't know, but like a whole number, or is that, or no, I guess this is probably that computer style dividing, where if there's a remainder, it just ignores it. Anyway, so 257, nice. So it has that 257, and then it's gonna multiply the next two and divide by the one after. So 108 times 4 divided by 2 should be 216. Nice. And then we're gonna add that to 257, so 473. And then we're gonna subtract the last two. So this case it'll be 1 minus 7. Yeah, I guess it would be 1 minus 7 times 20, which is negative 120. Nice. And then we add that to 473, so 353. Perfect. Okay, cool. This is working out kind of nicely, actually. And then I copy that into here. And then I'm going to copy it again, because I can't think of a better way to do this. But, and then we're going to loop back. So right now I'll say jump loop, but, you know, again, I need to break that loop at some point. And also, I guess I need to switch the mode back before I do that, so that the first thing we do is grab locally, or grab whatever. Anyway, so now, I mean, the weird thing is the file will have no names in it at the very start, so like the first name always wins. Or like the first player always wins, because you can't have a negative score, I'm guessing. Oh shoot, I guess if you can have a negative score that can mess things up, but assuming you can't have a negative score, it should just win. I mean, if that happens, I'll figure it out, but let's just not worry about that at the moment. So that's just copying the name in. So let me actually make that clear. Copy name to file. So this will probably be a loop here. And now we want to test if, so how do I want to say this? Yeah, test if X, the current best score, is less than this new score. And then if it is, we want to say like new best. But if it's not, then we should just take in the next value, which is like that score again, just ignore it. And then we have to think about if we want to delete the name that we wrote down, because most of the time we'll have two names written down. You know what, I might just say this just to make it easy for myself. Copy placeholder. Oh, can I do that to F? Shoot. Okay, well, wait, and I can't say like this or something? No, okay, well, but I can say just like a number, I think. Okay, so like the 1 is just a placeholder value, so just to, oh, I can't run it yet because of that. That's just a placeholder thing because I want to, because I just want it to be consistent, I think. So yeah, like it should always have one name in there. And I just don't want to make it so like the first loop we do this, and then every other loop I'll just like it should just instantly be able to go into that loop. So if it's not the new best, then we should void that next thing, and then just seek back 1 and delete. Let's see, how do I do that? Void F. And then we jump back into the loop. But if it's new best, then we should seek. Okay, wait. So if it's the new best, then we should seek. Wait, actually, do I need to? Oh yeah, I need to send the score again. Right. So if it's the new best, I could actually just say right at the start, just like copy M to X. So that's copying the new best score in. And then I want to seek back to the start of the file, which should just be -2. Like that should be consistent. Void F. And then jump loop. So like kind of the only difference is like, do you just erase the recent one, or do you erase the original one? Okay. So now I just have to, because I think that's basically it, but let me just see what's happening here. So you wrote down 1, then you wrote down Dean Dugan, and it should win out, so it should jump to new best. Yep. Copied that high score in. Went back here, got rid of that. Dean Dugan's the current winner. Goes back here. Cannot grab a second file. Oh, right. Okay, so I have to tell it. So you also have to drop. Okay. Now SK, he has no name in there, so something must have went wrong. Where's the scorekeeper guy? Billy Book. So I just want to see, because something weird broke down right at the end there. Yeah, that was around cycle 165. So Brian Wickham with 776 was the current best. Wait, why is there only one name in there? Oh no, that... Wait, no, that's weird. Wait, hold on, what? Because it should write the new one and then it... Oh, I think I forgot about the seek thing, yeah. Because, okay, yeah, because then if it jumps back to the start, it's highlighted on that one, but I actually want to say void F and then seek 1. It's a bit weird, a bit awkward, but there might be a better way to do that, but that'll work, and then that's not an issue. Okay, so I think actually there was an issue. So, oh, so David Dwight beat it out. All right, and then yeah, so David Dwight had the best actually, I think. Now, right now, there's no issue with the guy reading from 199. When he runs out, he just dies. But then CA is waiting to grab M. So actually, the only way that the calculator can know that he's done is if the reader tells him we're done. So I think what I'll have to say is go through this loop until you reach the end of the file, and then when you reach the end of the file, send out some sort of signal. Oh, right, no, you could do kill. I think that actually might work. So then, so he'll just copy that, and then it'll test end of file, and if it's false, we'll jump back. But if it's true, then we do kill. And then I think it just runs out of instructions, so I don't need to say halt. Let me just see if that works like I would think it would. Yeah. Okay, and then... Okay, and now SK. So how do I get him to end, actually? I guess I could actually have this guy kind of just be like, we're done, I'm gonna kill everyone and get out of here. Because I could kill... Link -1 kill. Does that work? He becomes like the Terminator. Wait, why didn't he go back? Oh, was it because he was holding 199 still? So actually, let me just say, drop, kill, link back, kill. It becomes like a murder. Wait, so is that wrong then? Is that why it didn't give me that? Oh no, I had 2 names in there. Why did I have 2 names? That's bad. There shouldn't be 2 names in there. So you just reached the end of the file. Oh wait, were you still calculating stuff? Oh, he was still calculating. Ah, so actually I have to be a bit careful because I don't want him to just straight up kill straight away. So maybe I do have to say test if you're at the end of the file. If you are, send a code to CA that we're done, because I need him to finish his stuff first, and I can't really know when he's done otherwise. Yeah, so I think I can't do it quite like that. I'll have to say, if you reach the end of file, copy, you know, a negative value, I guess would work. Yeah, in there, and then so actually I have to make a little modification to this. Oh wait, but oh well, if we grab it and it doesn't exist. Okay, that could work, because then if he can't grab the file, he just dies out. But then this guy, once it's read, now he can go. So actually, I'll just say, drop your file, copy that in. That basically is just like a kill message to the calculator guy, and now he can link -1 and kill. Does that work? Oh, I think it might. Hey, I think I got it. Cool. Hey, wow, the size was, oh, nice. Within the 10th percentile. Wow, people did that with one exa? I don't even want to think of how that would look. I don't think that'd be great. Cycles were also not even that bad. Looking at this, a little, probably maybe even better than average. Maybe, I don't know. That's kind of hard to read. That's the most common, but the average actually might be right around there. But I'm happy with that. At least I'm not like way out here. I don't know what happened there. Why there's so many people. Really happy about the size though. That's sick. Wow, I'm only 6 lines off from top percentile. And I feel like there's some extra stuff in here. Like all of this stuff was necessary. Copying the value twice is a bit weird, but it seemed good to do it that way. Something was weird here. I think this could be improved, because like copying 1 into the file and all that stuff, but I just don't know how to do it otherwise, because if I start with a blank file, it's a bit weird, because it's like I'm saying the current best is a blank entry almost. So it would be a new best, and then, but like the first thing I do is I always write the new player name down just in case. And I think that's kind of the best move, because I'm keeping the score here and I need that open, so I just have to write the new best, or I just have to write the current player we're looking at name in before I know if they're actually the best. So then that kind of means I always need 2 players' names in there. I guess if the best player is always the first entry, then the new best could just be like, oh well, no, that is weird, because then I would have to say first thing, go back to the start and delete that. But if there's nothing to delete, it'll just delete the, I mean, if there's no first entry, the first entry is just the latest entry, it'll just delete the player name. Yeah, so I think I don't know, I couldn't think of a better way to do it than this. It's a bit awkward, but it works. I'm pretty happy with that though, so I think I'll stop. Okay, processing. It turns out sports betting is not in fact a good way to make money. You should have said something. Better you learn on your own. What does that mean? Don't put this on me. This is all happening because I'm trying to help you. Let's continue. Okay. Man, war dialing's a slog, but I found some weird stuff. Any government servers? Found a power company. And something to do with insurance claims processing. Decent hit so far. Eventually you'll come across the DNA database run by FEMA. Yeah, I'll let you know when I reach that. Interesting. Let's see. I think I'll probably just leave it on that one. That was a pretty good one. I guess I did two, but Deadlock's the main was pretty easy, but it sounds fun, so check that out next time. Alright. Thanks if you watched. See ya.